You're already sitting like.
Come on in, everyone. Or no.
No one. People don't.
Come on in, join us.
It takes a moment
Please.
to get people's attention.
Wait, what did it say? Oh, it says, okay. Cool.
Hang on.
Even
we're telling.
Instagram's like, hang on, we gotta talk to people.
Yeah. It takes a minute to get people's attention.
Yeah, my fingers smell like garlic.
I might tilt it back just to move
Do
it
you
back.
think?
We have professional camera equipment.
Oh, Caleb's here.
This is a professional operation.
Hey, boy. Welcome. We're just waiting for a few more people.
It takes a minute. It takes time to get people's attention.
That's true. There's Cece. Hey, buddy. There's my sister. Hi, Kate. Caleb, and Christian. Not a
Sean
good-
was just complaining because everyone's late. You're not all here precisely at 9 o'clock.
You know, I can be late, but when I have something that I want to show people,
Then
they need to be on time.
I've noticed that before. A few times.
Come in, get settled. We're gonna get started in just a moment. We just want to make sure everybody's comfortable and caught up before we begin. So, if you have questions, if you wanna, hey Hannah, if you wanna tell us what you're drinking right now before we get started, we are drinking a Rioja wine from Spain. And we paired it with Etta James just because we love her and it was already out.
Did we play this album last week?
Yeah, remember I paired the red with Sunday Kinda Love?
Yeah.
There it is. We're gonna get started in just a minute, so. Cece says, give us your most polarizing political opinions before we get started. Drugs should be legalized.
Which ones?
All of them.
Not all of them.
I do, I think so.
Alright, we're not going to do that here. That's
Christian, you bad boy. We'll talk later. Apparently you and I have some talking to do too.
You'll take them.
Katie said open the curtains? No.
No, we get traffic.
Yeah, there's weird lights and stuff.
And the street lights are harsh.
Yeah.
They're LED street lights now, so they're like
Not good. Not good.
yeah, not good for watching TV.
Not good. I feel like more people come on at like 9:30.
Sorry. Well, maybe we should just sit here and do nothing.
Should we just stare at you all for a half hour? We were drinking a Walt Pinot Noir. Oh yeah, you texted me. Ooh, Chardonnay girl. Hello. Is it oaked? Is it unoaked? Is it... Tell us about it, Hannah.
What you sipping on?
What you sipping on? The first 5 minutes of each segment of Vineyl will be called What You Sipping On, where you just tell us what you're sipping on.
I'd love to hear.
Also,
It's
if the music's too
comforting
loud,
to
if the
hear
lighting's
other
weird. Oh, there's my mom. Mom! Late. My biggest
We were just
fan.
discussing how it's okay when Sean's late, but if Sean's expecting other people at a certain time, sometimes the tables can be turned.
Mom says great lighting. Fam always says it's Sean time. We're on Sean time.
Sean time?
Yeah. Okay. I say we just go for it.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start. You also have prepared.
I know. I kind of wanted some more approval to prepare this for.
Did you finish it?
No. Yes and no.
Sean prepared not a monologue.
A manifesto.
It was a manifesto. Yeah, it was nice, and he actually practiced it too.
I'm trying, but
It sounded very nice.
yeah, we can get started.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get going.
Okay. First and foremost,
Onward.
before I even read that, welcome to Vineyl, episode 8. We're on episode 8.
I thought it was nothing.
No, last week was 7, I think. I think we're on episode 8. Anyway, welcome to episode 8 of Vineyl. We are the Wine Guide, but before we even start, I'm just going to preface everything by saying Black Lives Matter. Wear a goddamn mask in public, because Pretty sure that our Spain trip is canceled because the EU will not let Americans in.
Don't say that.
I'm sorry, but wear a damn mask. It's not about you, it's about protecting our most vulnerable citizens. In the same vein, yeah, Black Lives Matter, protecting our most vulnerable citizens, and science is real, and women's rights are human rights,
And we're gonna talk about science.
we're gonna bring all of this into play, alright? So, we'll just start off with that. So, all of our guest stars will be women of color who are so talented and experienced, and we're going to use this, albeit very, very tiny platform to give those people a more amplified voice. We are just vessels, essentially.
Yeah.
Now, welcome everybody. Thank you all for coming. We are so happy to see you all here. It's mostly my friends and family, and I love you all dearly for that, so thank you so much. But we've got a really exciting show tonight.
We love the support.
We love the support. We love seeing you all feel a little more connected in this time of quarantine. But I have prepared something real quick.
He's prepared his statement.
It's just because I feel like I go on and I just go, and then I don't, you know, like, and then I get lost. So, just wanted to say, we are the Wine Guide in Atlanta, okay? And we believe in connecting people to good wine, and by good we mean that it is made sustainably and respects not only the natural environment where it's grown, but the grapes that they are growing, and let those grapes speak freely. But we like to support farmers, small production that is responsibly and sustainably made. We also believe in a judgment-free zone, alright? And this is that. This is a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
People should not be afraid of wine. It is a very intimidating thing, and we don't want that to happen. We also believe that there are no stupid questions. So, if you don't know what Chardonnay is, you damn well better ask us what Chardonnay is, and we will tell you what it is, and we do not care that you don't know that, and that is fine. And we also think that you should feel empowered to, and excited to, learn and enjoy about wine, okay? So it should not be something that you're afraid of. It should not be something that you, hey Jen, it is not something that you should not want to do because you are afraid of it. And that is,
Yeah.
thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
It's a good manifesto.
Right?
Yeah.
Which brings us to our next point. We founded Vineyl because Will knows little about wine.
We're not gonna say nothing.
No, you know, I think,
Yeah.
and your palate.
I've earned a little bit of.
And your palate is incredible. He's got a razor sharp palate. He can detect anything. But razor. I thought he was telling me to slow down. But I am talking fast. The point is, we want to show that because we're going to be pairing these two wines with two records, Will's going to pair them, and it shows that even though you know a little about wine, you can still enjoy it, make decisions about it.
And have a connection with it.
So he knows nothing about, well, you know what? You know something about this one.
I know something about one of these.
You know something about one of these wines, but nothing about this
I don't
wine.
know anything about it.
And he's going to be able to make a decision about it just by tasting it. So that kind of just goes to show, safe space, you can do what you want. I feel like I may have over-prepared, but
No.
I feel like I need a podium.
You already gave your manifesto.
My manifesto is out there.
The manifesto's out of the way.
So
it's time to have a drink.
We are gonna drink now. Yeah, I know, we should have been drinking this whole time. So, pouring it into great grandma's glassware.
Beautiful vessels.
These are the glasses we use to channel the spirits when I read Will's Tarot.
Sean uses.
We use. Okay. To you all out there, thank you all for joining us. We love you. We appreciate you. We hope you stay safe. And cheers.
Yeah. This is a good start.
Hell yeah. Oh my
This
god.
is a good way to start.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad we're doing it in this order too.
This is delightful.
Alright.
Riesling, everybody. We're starting with Riesling. We're just going for it. And for some people who don't know about wine, you might think it's sweet. People who know about wine are obsessed with Riesling, and there's a reason why. Not all Riesling is sweet, and this is a dry Riesling. And those dry Rieslings can be so zippy and so exciting and clean and not sweet at all, and they're fun to drink. But they have the fruit on the palate plus the acid in the wine, and that gives the illusion of sweetness. So even somebody who likes sweet wines will still like this wine, I would say. Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
It's kind of appley.
It's
Is it garlic?
the wine smells.
No,
like
my
garlic?
burp. Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah, I just burped.
When were you eating garlic?
I think it was in that snack I made. Anyway.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
All right, this
do you think?
wine does not smell like garlic.
No garlic in the wine.
I'm glad it's not sweet. I don't think I would like it if it were sweet.
No. Well, if it were done correctly, yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's zippy. Zippy's a good one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I want some more too.
Yes. Come on in, everybody. Pour a glass. Sorry. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Will is a cheap drunk, and it's great. Are you ready to go pitch?
Especially for cocktails. I think I'm ready.
All right.
Yeah. Off I go.
So for those of you just joining us, welcome back to Vineyl episode 8, where we pair 2 wines of my choosing that are naturally and sustainably made in the best way possible. And Will, who knows little to nothing about wine, will make decisions about these wines by pairing them with vinyl from his record collection. Now, we are drinking Dr. Constantine Frank's New York Finger Lakes Riesling. We are drinking white wine that was grown and made in the Finger Lakes region of New York, which is really near and dear to our hearts for a number of reasons. But we will talk about that. What, am I talking really fast? I need to dance? Oh, I need to loosen up. Okay. I know, I was talking like Pence.
We were
like Mike Pence would be like, I think we have conquered the virus.
We were practicing elocution earlier though before the show, and we took it too far. Sorry, everyone. We practiced too
Kelly.
hard.
I know we practiced way too hard. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, be you. There you go.
Listen
All right,
up.
he's back.
I'm also sweating.
Do you want me to turn the air down?
No, we're good. So,
he's sweaty.
We are drinking a Finger Lakes Riesling, Dr. Constantine Frank's Riesling, that was grown in New York State, and it's got a very cool story, and it's also got we have a personal connection to it that will
comes from a beautiful place.
It's a beautiful place. It's gorgeous. So what we love about this wine is Constantine Frank. He is a Ukrainian immigrant, was a Ukrainian immigrant, and he came to the United States in 1951. And he had a PhD in plant sciences, which we thought was awesome. So there was a prevailing opinion that wines, I know, and that's back to our point about our manifesto. We'll get to that in a minute.
Back to that later.
There was a prevailing opinion at the time in the 50s, hey Joe, that the wines, like old school wines. Oh, Katie wants to see that. Old world wines could not grow well in New York because it was too cold. Well, it was actually more about the rootstock and proper planting, and he realized because he used science to come to a conclusion. And that's a funny thing, isn't it? That science can actually give you answers about how to behave properly and accordingly. So, not to bring it back full circle, but wear a damn mask and believe science because it's there for a reason. So, he recommended and found somebody that would sponsor him to grow Riesling in the Finger Lakes region by replanting the rootstock and making sure that it was good and scientifically accurate so that the vines could flourish. So in 1962, he released his first wine, which we thought was so cool. So made by immigrants, using science to create something that is absolutely gorgeous. So now this winery has been around, obviously, for 60, 70 years. Now they're on their 4th generation. It is his great-granddaughter who is making the wines, I believe. And she is just doing an awesome job. Hey, Hannah's here. What's up? And she's making these wonderfully zippy, clean, dry Rieslings that are super easy to crush. Somebody just asked, I think, about why one Riesling would be sweet while the other would be drier. It has a lot to do with the time that grapes are harvested, because if they're allowed to ripen more and more and more and more, they develop more sugars inside the grapes. So if you pick them at an earlier time, then you get a drier wine, essentially. So that's a good
How
question.
long do the grapes have to grow up there?
I mean,
is the season
I guess
pretty short?
it's shorter, but the lakes, so it's the Finger Lakes,
Yeah.
They act as a moderator of the climate. So they actually keep the temperature quite stable. And that's why it's kind of similar to Michigan, where up in northern Michigan, even though it's can be pretty cold, hey Elizabeth, what's up? She's here.
Hey Elizabeth.
Up in Lake Michigan area, because your butt's hitting the camera.
Sorry.
Because the lake is there, Lake Michigan, it helps keep the climate relatively warmer, so that it doesn't just kill the vines in the winter. It actually kind of acts as a moderating factor, which is super cool. And yeah, Kelly is going to northern Michigan because she is from Michigan. She is a Spartan, and she and I have connected several times. We have very similar trajectories. We both studied in Buenos Aires, Argentina. We both chose different careers, and then both keep coming back to the wine business. So here we are. But yeah, we are drinking Constantine Frank's Riesling. I believe this is 17. This is 2017, and it's drinking beautifully right now. He's quite a famous producer within the wine world, but Mom, you would love this wine if you haven't had it. I know you like Riesling, and it's super crushable. It's good even in the hot weather. It's good with food. This would be a good Thanksgiving wine.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you coming along, bro? I call Will bro sometimes.
I'm taking my time.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but come on in, get settled. I've got some more notes. But yeah, this just goes to show you that not only is immigration good, because it draws smart people to our country, of all different nations, of all different walks of life, but also science is good. You can use science to arrive to the correct conclusions of things. So, which is shocking to some people, but we are.
Did you mention how people
believers in science?
That people were dismissing growing grapes in all of that region at one point?
Did I mention that?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
Yay science, Elizabeth said. Yay science. Yes, yay science.
More science, please.
Who would have thought that science has answers? I mean, but here we are. So, we're about to, Will is coming up with a record pairing, and we are going to sit back and drink. So if you have questions, tell us what you're drinking. Tell us what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Tell us what you're not drinking. Tell us what you're smoking, what pills you're popping, lines you're snorting, or maybe not.
Nope.
Maybe nothing.
Nothing.
We are listening to Etta James' album At Last, which is full of some gems. Oh my god. She is killing it.
Also, you can't read it because it's mirrored, and there's no way we can fix that, unfortunately.
No.
We promised to look into that issue, but
A lot
we've
of
been
our-
unable to master it.
A lot of our boomer viewers have demanded that we reverse the mirrors on Instagram Live, but you cannot. So
You just have to use your imagination. Alright, here.
you got something?
I believe I do.
Will has his pairing.
Alright. Give me a second.
Will has paired Dr. Constantine Frank's 2017 Dry Riesling
Hold on.
with an album, and we're about to find out what it is.
Give me a drum roll or something.
I would have been a good drum player. Fun anecdote, my aunt and my mother would compete about sending the most annoying gift to the other's children, and my aunt won because she sent me a drum kit.
Alright.
I think I was 5. Bad
So-
news. Bad news. I'm a bad girl. Bad girl.
Alright, here we go. Oh, sorry everyone. We're having technical difficulties at the turntable. Alright, here we go.
Is that Elvis?
No. Here we go. Sorry everyone.
Oh, loud. Oh, hell yeah. Here, turn it down then. Christian, that is a great question. Yes, we're working on it, and that's coming up.
What are we working on?
Releasing the bottles here.
We said this album is, or we said this wine was zippy, so I chose a zippier song. But I chose this album for a reason, because there's an anecdote that I have about this wine in particular.
Go on.
All right. So, Dr. Frank this is made in the Finger Lakes.
In New York?
Yes, in New York State. And I went to visit a couple years ago. We looked up the actual terminology, the proper terminology. We looked up my first cousin. Yeah,
Twice removed.
Grace, yes, my cousin Grace. So my cousin Grace is my first cousin twice removed, is the terminology. And I went to visit her for the first time. She lives in Rochester, New York, and I went up there a couple years ago to visit her. I had never met her until that year, actually. And hit it off with her. She's a real hoot. She is 83 years old now.
She's 83 going on 30 is what she's doing.
So one of the days we had planned was we were going to go to the Finger Lakes to tour the different wineries. And one of the wineries we had planned out was, you knocked your sign over, sorry. One of the wineries we were going to visit was Dr. Frank. And so Grace printed out like a MapQuest sheet of all the directions to the different wineries. She made us use like the old Garmin GPS in the front windshield to navigate there, even though cell phones couldn't handle it at
That sounds like her.
And so we got lost, and we ended up, we got hangry and lost, and we couldn't find food. We were looking for a winery that had food. We ended up stopping at one. She stole a magnet from there. And
yeah, this 85-year-old lady's stealing shit. She's crazy and in the best way possible
She
too.
just threw a magnet in her bag. But yeah, we went to Dr. Frank, but I think it was closed or something. Something was there was.
But you
some
got
sort
a
of
feel for the
impediment.
region,
But
right?
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, cause the Finger Lakes, they're
low
very
elevation.
low elevation, and it's a very like steep incline up from the lakes too. So all these like vineyards and all the vines you can see like high up in the hills, looking down into these beautiful blue lakes. It's a beautiful area.
So wait, link this back to the wine for
So
me again.
I chose this. Sorry, that was quite an anecdote.
No.
I chose
Hey,
this.
can he talk every so
Yeah.
often? I think Will's allowed to talk
I'm
every
allowed
so
to talk
often,
every
right?
so
Yeah, like he's
So
it's not just a pretty face.
So I picked a more kind of zippy 50s era album because my cousin Grace is 83 years old and came of age in the 50s. And one of the stories that she told us one time was about. I'm gonna tell. We asked her. Sean and I were visiting Grace last summer, and we asked her over dinner one night. We said, Grace, what did you find was one of the biggest challenges, or the biggest kind of covenants back in your childhood in the South in the 50s? Like, what was really
we were
something
like,
that
what was really hard
your
about
parents
growing
and
up?
Your parents struggled to come to terms with.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, when I was growing up in the 50s, there were a lot of rules back then. She grew up in Savannah, and there were a lot of rules, a lot of can't do's and shall nots. And she said, one thing it really all came down to, there was one simple thing. And she looked at us and she said, don't fuck. That was it. That's what it all came down to. So that's my cousin Grace. And I picked a zippier kind of 50s wild party girl album to go along with this zippy wine from New York State. So yes.
What do you think? Give him a heart, give him a clap.
I'm gonna go move the album.
He's gonna move the album back. I'm not trying to
Sorry
rhyme.
for the anecdote. That was a little bit long.
If you're just hopping in for a little bit, Gene Vincent paired with Dr. Constantine Franks, Riesling from New York.
The Bapalula.
Zippy reminds him of his 83-year-old cousin Grace, who grew up in the 50s, who also happens to live near the Finger Lakes. I'd say he's done well, right? Let us know then. Let us know in the comments. DM us. I want to be like a YouTube star that's like, yeah, bro, follow up with us in the comments. We're just like,
Well, we're not YouTube stars yet. We're more
Yet.
we're more Instagram centric.
I'm shooting more for E or Bravo. I think like a reality show. We could like throw wine in each other's faces and then have like tutorials. That's just me.
That's the after show.
What the hell do I know? All right, everyone. I think it's time to move on to the second wine, right?
Yeah.
Should we?
I didn't finish this one, but you really won't take a shot.
No. I don't want you to
You
shut.
know I'll do it, but it won't.
You
end
can
up.
pour it into that glass
All
and
right.
save it.
I'll have a little bit of it.
Will's a cheap drunk.
Yes, but it's not always a bad thing.
It's like goddamn pineapple.
economical.
It's so good.
It is.
Holy shit, that's delicious. All right. If you're just joining us, Will has paired some 50s doo-wop. This is really doo-wop though, is it?
This is no. It's definitely rock and roll. I would say.
50s rock and roll with some New York Riesling. I like saying that sentence.
Might even be kind of rockabilly. I guess.
50s rockadilly.
Rockabilly.
Rockabilly.
Billy.
Saturday. Rockabilly with
Dr. Frank's dry Riesling.
Thank you, Will.
I finish the sentences sometimes too.
So, come on in. We're drinking Breaking Bread.
That's a beautiful label.
I know, it looks like Bobby Gentry, doesn't it?
Hold that.
We are drinking Breaking Bread Wineries, or not wineries, but Breaking Bread, which is a field blend from, oh shit. It's Mendocino. What's the name of I wrote it down. The actual, like, specific area. Redwood Valley.
There you go.
Redwood Valley.
That's the one.
This is the one we like. So, well, cheers. Let's just say cheers.
This is good.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's
sorry,
chilled too.
I've been sipping on it while
This is chill.
While he's been talking.
Hey, Janine.
While you've been running your mouth, I was sipping.
Oh my god.
This is
Holy shit.
all right.
Okay.
So I want to look at this label again, though.
This wine
because
is absolutely
this
incredible.
This is beautiful.
There's a cool story about that label too when we get down to
Ooh,
it.
we
But
love a good story.
yeah. So
Breaking Bread.
it is the winemaker's name is Eric Miller, but he calls it Breaking Bread. This is his like specific like natural wine kind of line, I guess you could say. So he has his own winery called Kokomo, but then he made natural wines. He only made 2, and then this is his 3rd. So this is very young. So we're kind of juxtaposing the Riesling that was, 4th generation, some of the oldest vines, and now this is like his first vintage of this wine was 2018.
Like
So
that.
it's like old.
So it's
Yeah.
kind of more. What would you say, like organic or?
So
more
in
like
terms of
hands-off, or-
in terms of winemaking style, this is definitely going to be more minimal to no intervention than this.
Yeah.
So, but I can get into that once you start looking. But so the varietals in this though are
right.
Zinfandel, Petit Syrah. There's a grape called Alicante Boucher, which is a Portuguese grape. There is some Muscat Blanc in it as well, which is a white grape. So, but I can walk you through it real quick. But he calls it Breaking Bread because he said that Breaking Bread, and I wrote it down. It's on his website, which I thought was really cool. Breaking Bread is to engage in a comfortable, friendly interaction where something is shared. That's what the definition technically of breaking bread is. And I just absolutely love that. I think that
Yeah.
is such a cool concept because when it all comes down to it, I'm most passionate about having people over, taking care of people, cooking for them, pouring wine for people, and that kind of just sums up my whole philosophy on life. And to see somebody actually like code that into their website, I just thought that was really cool. So he was inspired by Beaujolais wines in France. And so Beaujolais is a region of France, and they have all types of wine, and they grow specifically a grape called Gamay in particular. But it's more about the style of the wines. So the style of the wine is lower kind of alcohol, more fruitiness on the palate, and even a little bit lower tannin too. And so they're like crushable. These wines are so easy to just pound. Whether at lunch, dinner, wherever, on your own, even like bistro wines.
We've had 2 crushable wines tonight.
Now he and I are gonna have to be careful, or we're just gonna. I love this song. This is a good one.
This was
Getting
paired. This is what we paired.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
I moved it back over.
Hey Debbie. So anyway, yeah, it's a porch pounder for sure. 100%. This is a porch pounder. So yeah, you can. It's just like got this fruitiness, this brightness. It's really good chilled too. So I'm treating it like a rosé, and you can see the color too. This is a red wine, you know, but I'm treating it like a rosé. It's been in the fridge just as long as the Riesling has been. So, but one thing that I loved is he plants his grapes, all the different varietals that he's using in the same vineyard. And he said, I'm gonna harvest these all the same, and I'm going to ferment them and make the wine all the same, because the diversity of these grapes together creates a more complex wine. And not to keep bringing up politics and stuff, I know we talked about science with this wine. Now we're going to talk about diversity with this wine, and how diversity lends complexity to a product, a finished product, and how the whole is usually greater than the sum of its parts. So when there's more diversity in something and there is more just differentiation, which is another word for diversity, things tend to come out better. And he said that it's almost like they're caring for one another. And if you look at poly-agriculture, those farms survive better because all the other grapes are protecting one another from infectious diseases or whatnot. So anytime that there's more diversity in a farm, the plants overall tend to do better. So that is the biggest metaphor and most obvious metaphor that I can have.
We've got diversity, science.
Diversity and science.
And
this is a safe space. And Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
And everything. But yeah, so this wine is about science, poly-agriculture. Yeah. And this is about diversity, and we are about love.
And wine.
And wine. I just love you guys so much. Love you guys so much. You're the best. I'll start crying soon. Did you find something?
Almost.
Oh, are you playing it?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
I've got to find the track.
So we were listening to Etta James. Will paired a Riesling with Gene Vincent. And now Will's got his headphones on now.
Where did
he's
I'm looking for the track.
So yeah, if now's a good time if you have questions, or if you want to tell me what you're drinking or your thoughts on everything. Let's avoid political debates, because I will get sucked in and I will go on for hours.
You will.
So let's not do that. But also fuck Trump. Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa, for saying that. Appreciate it. I mean, we're going to say that at the end anyway, but it's nice to know that other people think the same thing. Oh, cool story. The label was done by an artist, and his name is Dan Golly. But he had his oldest daughter create the font on where it says Breaking Bread, and then his youngest daughter was the model for the label. So it's like he had his daughters as inspiration for this. So I thought it was pretty cool. Sparkling Gamay. Ben, that sounds amazing. Let's do that. That sounds amazing. So he wanted to use, it's like Beaujolais, yeah, they use Gamay in those wines, but he said, because Grenache and Zinfandel kind of are grown more than in California, it was like kind of staying true to that, but. Ooh, what you got, boy?
All right.
Will has a pairing. Ooh, is a mosquito on my ankle? I swear to God.
Yeah, probably. Those thick thighs.
No way.
Love that.
For the next half hour, I'm going to dance and just stare at the camera.
All right. Sounds good.
So good.
All right.
chose the album Shannon and Nashville. So this is from Shannon and the Clams. That's Shannon.
Oh yeah.
There is a band that we both like called Shannon and the Clams, and this is Shannon, the frontrunner of the band. And
Look at that. She's a powerful lady. She's a cool lady.
sorry,
I know.
The
I keep trying to
library.
get
The
that
library.
right.
Well, I've got the cellophane on the album still because I wanted to keep it. It's got a nice little like sticker on the outside.
Oh
that I
yeah.
wanted to keep on there.
No, that's awesome.
I wanted to go with something
Yeah,
newer.
talk to me.
I wanted to go with something newer for this wine. And you said it's like Bobby Gentry on the
label.
On the label.
Yeah, absolutely.
And all right, so
Can I show that record?
You can also show that. So I was about to say, so when Sean showed the when he showed the bottle, he said this looks like Bobby Gentry on the front with the guitar.
Like it literally looks exactly like that.
It really does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. Oops. But yeah, so you said it looked like Bobby Gentry, and I was like, well, we have that album, and we also played it the other week, so it'd be too easy to use that. But so I wanted to go with kind of like a folksy, newer, like lady artist, because we've got our one of the daughters. You said it's the daughter of
The daughter of the winemaker.
Yes. So I wanted to kind of go with a more kind of folksy.
Yeah.
And I love Shannon and the Clams, and I like this song.
Yeah.
And
And this is like, I want to be on a patio right now,
captures, yeah.
drinking that, listening to that. It's very easy to drink. It's very easy to listen to.
the whole now some songs on the album are kind of more upbeat, but
Well, yeah, but that one in
was-
particular, that's really good.
Sure.
How do you do, y'all? Heart for yes. Poop emoji for no. Even this is easy listening.
I like this song.
This reminds me of something like Bobby Gentry.
Yeah.
You know?
We also have we have 2 Shannon and the Clams albums, I think.
Oh yeah.
I saw a Shannon and the Clams show. It was a
Did
lot
she
of
sign
fun.
your record?
She signed my album.
Yeah.
Still
There we go. It looks like you're getting a lot of hearts. You're getting a lot of love.
Thanks everyone. We like our feedback.
I think you've done good. Yeah, we need feedback. He gave you a
Sometimes it-
easy. Sure.
Sometimes we need to be told.
I know. Yeah, critiques are welcome. Critiques are
Like
welcome.
telling
Will always tells me to slow down. I talk fast.
No, you did a good job.
It's the northern boy in me. It is the baby of the family in me. It is the
But see, we were talking about that earlier, like, and we were talking about in interviews. Sometimes I don't talk about it, and you overtalk. So
Yeah.
it goes both ways, you know.
me
Anyway.
in the middle. Vanessa says there is nothing not to love. Aw, cheers to you. Right back at you.
Thank you.
Lots of thigh. I mean, it's a curse.
I know he's attracting mosquitoes over here too.
I've just got big legs.
It's like a landing strip for mosquitoes. They just go in and take your.
I got them from my grandma. I got these glasses from my great grandma, and I got my thighs from my grandma. So,
You're turning into your grandma.
I'm turning into Grandma Sutton, I guess. She's thick with 2 C's. All right, y'all. I think that's it, right? Unless you all have questions or concerns or want to know more about these wines, then yeah.
A lot of thigh. Yeah, you really do. Is that a critique? No. No one's ever complained about you having a lot of thigh. I don't think anyone's ever. You've had any detractors.
I think it's always
That
been-
boy has too much thigh.
As a dishwasher in a restaurant of Detroit that I worked at, said that boy got hams.
We're gonna end with that.
Yeah, maybe we should. Vanessa says one more wine. Maybe I should I do the pairing? Like, should I do the record pairing? 'Cause we don't have one more wine, really, do we? I don't think we have anything. I have wines, but
I really don't.
Vanessa, the wines that I do have are very special.
Apparently, we're gonna have to send him some wines because
I know,
he
yeah,
has
if you're-
he has nothing to
If you're
drink.
hearing this, send me wine.
Please send wine.
I'm poor. I could do my take on this wine. Should I do that?
So maybe we can compromise with Vanessa and do pour more wine and read pair.
We're gonna pour more wine. I'm gonna pair this time with the record. CC says he loves that idea because I used to burn CDs for him in high school. If you were watching.
Oh, burning! I hated burning CDs.
I love burning
It's a
CDs.
pain in the ass.
All right, so we're gonna pour a little more wine. You all get settled in. You tell me what's up. Ask Will questions. Ask him about that shirtless pic we posted a couple days ago. It's been doing very well.
I can moderate the comments while you pick.
You moderate the comments.
I'm actually a good moderator of comments. I guess it's the teacher in me. Having to moderate a classroom.
My sister.
It's basically moderating comments.
suggested that you moderate the comments from.
All right, let's see. So, all right, Vanessa, you need more wine. What are you're breaking?
I'm not breaking anything.
Best CDs ever. I bet. You still have them? Do you have any burned CDs?
I do, but that's a whole other episode.
Rachel burned me some
CD
CDs.
vinyl. Vinyl CD edition.
I don't know. Yeah. Ooh. Actually, I like that. We could maybe we could finish off with. We don't have many CDs though. We used to have a lot of CDs, and then someone broke into my. I had a lot, and no one really broke into my car. It was just easily accessible, and they stole all my CDs. I didn't take good care of them though.
Ooh. Oh wait, we already did this, didn't we?
If only I had known. I don't really like CDs though. I'm just gonna come out and say that I don't like CDs.
Talk about hyper political.
Maybe it's because we grew up with them and they were ubiquitous and they were the end all be all but I don't like CDs. Vehicles aren't even made with CD players anymore. That is true. They aren't. Although Sean's car has a tape player in it still.
I was waiting for that to come out.
Which actually we can use now as an aux cord. We figured out a way to do that. Yeah, they really aren't. And my car doesn't even have a CD player. It's all just Bluetooth. It would just get in the way, I guess. And the back of Sean's car also is a 10-disc cassette.
I know, right? It's crazy.
At first, I thought it was some utility pack or something, and I pulled it out, and it was an extension cassette for CDs.
Okay, I've got it.
What year was it when all your CDs were stolen? Who wants? It was 2014. I don't even understand.
Who has
Yeah, at that point, I was like, if someone wants these CDs that badly, they probably need them more than I do, so they can have them. But this goes well with the colors of this album. At least I was. There we go. Sorry, Dr. Frank. This is interesting. There we go.
You can't rush the intro. Sean's rushing the
Well,
intro.
East Coast girls are hip. I really dig those styles they wear. And the Southern girls with the way they
All right.
they knock me out when
Everybody.
I'm down there.
My pairing.
He went with the classic pairing.
Every time.
Turn it down a little bit. I can't even hear myself. Although I mumble, so it's not saying much. Alright, so he chose Endless Summer by the Beach Boys, which I was getting done here, so I'm stuck now. Sorry, everyone.
Alright, everybody. First and foremost, this label reminded me of this label a little bit. Second of all, it's California wine, California girls, right? Yeah, they even the color palettes are kind of similar. I'm thinking, I wish it's all those grapes, even though they're kind of old world grapes. It's they're grown in California.
Oh, cool.
I wish they could all be grown in California. I wish they could all be California
Girls.
Yeah.
You got your California girl, literally.
And we literally have a California
We're
girl.
assuming his daughter. But
And yeah, that's my California connection.
alright.
I wish they could all be California girls.
And Sean can pair too. And Sean knows little to nothing about music.
I know a lot about music. I know some things about music, but
He knows a lot about 60s girl pop.
love.
Girl group doo-wop / pop.
Best genre ever.
Yeah.
So I'd also like to be on a
A lot of
patio.
Leslie Warren.
A patio listening to this too. So
Let's see. I'm
I'm reading the comments.
Yeah, read the comments. Yeah, that's
Way different vibes for the same bottle. Yeah, they are different, but they work. You know.
they do work.
You've got and you went with you went with an older.
I love it too.
Alright.
All right, so everybody,
Older, newer pairings.
to recap, we paired Dr. Constantine Frank's New York Riesling with.
Where did the
Oh, shit, where'd it go?
album go? Stay tuned while we find the album. Did we put it back?
Did you take it out there?
I don't think I did. We can't find our first
Oh.
pairing. Mentally we have it. Oh,
Maybe we've had a little too much.
I set it down somewhere. Sometimes I overwork.
Everyone, we had Dr. Constantine Frank's New York Finger Lakes Riesling with Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps song.
Because it was
Oh,
dry.
that was a track.
It's Bebopalula.
Bebopalula.
But the whole album works.
Because it's dry, it's zippy, they're 50s, they remind Will of his cousin Grace,
Who grew up in the 50s.
who grew up in the 50s and is
told
dry
us
and
that-
zippy,
She's dry and zippy.
and told us to not fuck.
Yes, that was her main point of advice over dinner.
And then, Will paired Breaking Bread Red Blend from California,
With Shannon.
Shannon and the Clams.
Well, it's
Or
just
is it just Shannon?
It's just.
Is there Shannon Osman or Osman? Anyway,
We can see.
well, I'll post that in the.
We're gonna post that later.
follow-up.
We're gonna post it later.
But so, why did you choose that one again?
Well, also going back to this album, we had our girl in the front playing guitar, so I chose Shannon because Shannon plays the guitar, and
Oh,
she
yeah.
also has a folksy kind of style in this album. It's Shannon in Nashville, so
Easy listening.
easy listening,
Easy drinking.
easy drinking. You kept saying
Fresh.
it was, yeah, fresh, crushable.
Oh yeah. And then
A
I
dangerous word. For
paired it with the Beach Boys because not only do these albums look album
Pretty
label,
Colors, California Girl.
but also I chose the track California Girls because I wish all European grapes could be grown in California. So those are our pairings for tonight, folks.
That's a bold claim to make.
You heard it here
He's
first.
making bold claims.
You heard it here first. Oh,
Let's see.
Christian and my folks are having more of they're having their own movement right now. So, all right, everybody, thank you all for joining us for the 8th episode of Vinyl. If you can
Thank
believe
you.
it, it's insane that it's 2 months worth. So,
Tune in next week for number 9.
please send us messages or emails or visit our website and let us know if you are interested in purchasing these wines beforehand, because we're going to be starting a vinyl wine club where you can enjoy these wines before you watch the episode. And please tell us what you're pairing your wines with, or what you'd rather us do music wise, right? Just suggestions. Were we on point? Were we not? Do you like the wine? Do you not?
More of this, less of that.
More of this, less of that. More light.
That's actually the most helpful way to phrase it.
Seriously.
More
So,
of this, less of that.
also, we love you all. Thank you all so much. Please drink good wine. Please ask questions about wine if you have it. This is a safe space. Keep rocking. Listen to good music. And above all else, as always,
Fuck Trump.
fuck Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. So, we love you
Go out
all.
and vote.
Go out and vote, damn it. Shame on you if you don't. And also, we love you guys. So, talk to you all next week on Tuesday at 9 o'clock for episode 9 of Vinyl. 9 and 9. Maybe 9 and 9.
9 to 9
The 9th episode at 9 o'clock.
Oh.
Will it be July 9th? Oh, please tell me it'll be July 9th. That would be such a good marketing technique.
What about?
Wait, the 4th is Friday, right? 5th, 6th, 7th. Oh, it's the 8th. Shit. Anyway.
Sorry.
Alright.
Sorry.
Good night, everyone.
It's just not going to be the same.
It's not a thing.
Good night, everybody. End your video. There you go.